Tyrese, VJ, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and you could put fucking me at center. And we can make it to the championship, and then Joel can sub in and win it all. So Rich Paul reported that LeBron is down to 10 teams. He's down to 10 teams, which sounds insane. And in reality, it's not 10 teams. I think, there's 10 ideas, but there's not 10 teams that will meet the demands and the requests that LeBron, is wanting. I think LeBron is very calculated. I think everything he does is going to be thought out thoroughly, right? So with that being said, there's no team that is not a contender or is not proven that it's going to be selected. And with that being said, the Timberwolves are done. There's nobody. The Timberwolves are not a destination. When I look at the Dallas Mavericks, that's not a destination. I don't even know why these teams are even on there. When I look at the Spurs, if Popovich was there, I could see LeBron doing it. But Popovich isn't there. I can't see the Spurs, it's not going to be the Spurs. Okay? So that's 3 gone already. You look at the Boston Celtics. That team is ass. Simple and plain, that team is not very good. They got rid of Jaylen Brown. That's 50% of the production. They think Derek White is going to carry them, which is absurd. I don't know what the coach was thinking about. Derek White is solid, but he's a solid piece. He's a solid piece. That's like the Knicks trading Jalen Brunson because they think OG is going to be the savior. No, you need that main guy to keep the pieces, chugging along. So you got Derek White, Paul George, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Mitchell Robinson. They're not doing shit. They're not doing shit with that lineup. I'm sorry. They're not. Paul George, unbelievable talent, but I don't know. He's very questionable. Now, trade out Paul George and put Kawhi Leonard there. Oh my God. That's ridiculous. Put LeBron, Kawhi, and Jason Tatum on a team, and now we're talking. Okay, so that's eliminated. You look at the New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks, if they did not win the championship, that would be a serious contender. That would be a serious contender if the New York Knicks didn't win a championship. The fact that they just won, LeBron isn't going there. LeBron isn't going there simply off the fact that's a legacy move. You don't want a legacy deterrent. You don't want something that's going to give people something to say. Oh, you went to a championship team, right? I think LeBron thinks about all this. And they don't got no room for Bronny. Sorry. The Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets is interesting. Very, very, very boring organization. Very boring fan base. I don't see LeBron spending his last year in the NBA after such an illustrious 23 years, 24, however many years with the Denver Nuggets. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not something that makes sense. The roster is great. I think they're, super contenders already. You put LeBron there. LeBron, in all reality, LeBron makes sense on the Denver Nuggets. He does, because he plays team basketball. He plays according to the game. It's not really about LeBron anymore. It's about just having a team, winning those gritty games, making it deep in the playoff. Very, very boring season, but then we get to the playoff and somehow, hey, we're in the finals. That's what the Denver Nuggets are, and I think LeBron being on this team is awesome, but it's not going to happen. It's not. So that's not happening. Minnesota Timberwolves, super duper ooper trooper, not happening. LeBron is not going to play with LaMelo and Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert his last season in the NBA. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay? I know that they trying to make it seem like all of these are possibilities. They're not possibilities, bro. It's like when you're requesting a trade on 2K and you thinking about the teams you want to go to, right? For your standpoint, you only going to play maybe 1, 2, 3 years. So it's like fun. Okay, bet. LeBron is going out on his 23rd year in the NBA. He don't got time to be teammates with LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. Something he has nothing. He can't relate to them boys. They talking about hoes. They talking about, man, y'all play 2K. LeBron gonna be unk in the room, and it's not happening. Okay. We look at the Miami Heat. Now, the Miami Heat, the reason I don't think he goes to the Heat is because he already did that. He already had a chapter there. I think playing with Giannis is enticing. Do I think they have other people on the roster? No. Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, a cool little play-in team right here. No, he's not going there. Now, if Giannis was on a different team, we might be talking, but he's not going to the Miami Heat. Now that brings us down to Golden State, Philly, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? We're down to 3. So let's skip over Cleveland. Let's just go to Golden State and Philly. Now, Golden State, I think LeBron would love to play for Golden State. And the reason why is they're already in LA. I think that saves him to have to move. I think he, could keep Bronny close, right? They're still in the same state. Savannah could still go to both games. It's a great move. He's playing with a superstar in Steph. I feel like that's a dream come true to play with another superstar on your way out. To be able to say, Steph, man, remember our last year? LeBron has played with everybody. Derrick Rose. Was it Darren Williams? Did he play with Darren Williams? Melo, D Wade, Derrick Rose. Did I say Derrick Rose already? Kyrie. He's played with everybody, and I think that's a part of LeBron's legacy. Is that not only that he just played with everybody. I'm not saying it like that, but like LeBron is playing with the people he likes, playing with the people he grew up watching. Grew into the league watching is what I mean. Not grew up really, but like grew up in the league, just being able to watch their games, being able to see them play. I think that would be awesome for him to go to Golden State. Now, there is a stipulation that AD has to be there. I don't think AD is going to get traded. So that's the only reason I think the Golden State Warriors are off the table. If AD was to get traded to Golden State, LeBron would 1,000,000% be in Golden State. AD, Steph, and LeBron, it don't matter if they win all the games or don't win no games. It'll be a fun ass way out. You know what I'm saying? I ran track my senior year, and I didn't want to go play, do track in college. I was playing football already, but it was fun as hell being on them road trips with your guys and talking and having a good ass time your senior year. And that's the same thing LeBron, would be with Golden State. Now, that's off the table because they're not getting AD. I think that's off the table. Taking a look at Philly, I think Philly and the Cleveland Cavaliers are the only 2 options for LeBron. Philly and Cleveland, okay? Taking a look at Philly, this is a title contender. This is a title contender. LeBron will average 16, 7, and 8 on this team, and they will be in the NBA Finals. Guaranteed. Guaranteed they will be in the NBA Finals. Joel Embiid can rest. This is a dream come true for Philly. Joel Embiid could play 30 fucking games and they'll make it to the NBA Finals. As long as them 30 games come in the playoffs. Does not have to play at all. Tyrese, VJ, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and you could put fucking me at center. And we can make it to the championship, and then Joel can sub in and win it all. But you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, okay? And I feel like it's a feel-good story. Now, he's already been to Cleveland twice. He's from Cleveland. He's done that whole route. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough because I feel like this is his only option. Cleveland is saying, hey, look, we got a roster spot for Bronny. That's the only team that's going to do that. That's the only team that's going to do that. Just like Giannis tried to bring his brothers in. Nobody's taking your damn brothers, bro. Right? The team that drafted you, they owe it to you. We don't. All right? We spending $50 million on you. Take it and you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody getting a buffet and they like, hold on, y'all don't got watermelon? Bruh, it's every fruit known to man, and you sitting here complaining about watermelon. So they're not worried about that. I believe, if I had to guess, okay, if I had to guess, man, if I had to, I would say he goes to Philly. I would say he goes to Philly. And the only reason I'm saying that is because LeBron gets to play with, some guys that are this is a roster that's already ready to go. Already ready to go. I think LeBron does want to win another title. I think he wants a team that he can look forward to training for his last year. I think he could look forward to training his last season and say, you know what? We're playing for something, right? Because with the Lakers, they were playing for something, but to be honest with you, they weren't playing for nothing, right? You got Luka, who literally had to average 40 for them to even be in games. And you got Austin Reeves, but it was a lot of, pulling. You got to pull guys up. You got to ball out. I don't think LeBron really is in that stage of his career where he feels like having to go out there and average 50. I don't think he wants to go out there and get 30 points. I don't think he does. I think he wants to pass it, see guys make plays. Hey, give it back to me. Let me go do something. It's like the dude with the backpack coming to the gym. Let me get a shot up. Like LeBron wants that. He wants to be the guy that's, I could turn it on when I feel like it, but I don't necessarily got to exert myself every single night. So I think Philly is the destination. Cleveland is a nice team. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron. But I don't think LeBron wants to. I think the hardest decision is the farewell tour will be amazing in your own city. Amazing farewell tour in your own city. Okay. 50-50 decision between Cleveland and the 76ers. That's what I think. It's either Cleveland or the 76ers. It's no other team that he's going to. The farewell tour in your own birth town is something to think about. It's something to ponder. Regardless of the team, it's something to ponder. Donovan Mitchell, you could believe in. James Harden is garbage as hell. I'm just like, he's a good scorer. But James Harden is not somebody that I don't think he's sitting there like, man, I would love to play with James. I don't think he is. They have completely different game styles. James Harden is a dribble, pull up a shot. Like they're not, I don't see them working out as teammates at all. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I mean, it's a solid team. They're just peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're going to get. But don't think that this shit gonna make you full. You feel me? You gonna eat this and it's gonna be what you thought it was, but you still want that fucking filet mignon. But looking at the Sixers, man, I just think he goes there. I think he goes to the Sixers. I think it's a tough decision because he wants to go to Cleveland, but he did the whole Cleveland thing. He got him a ring. No one's gonna be upset at him for leaving and going somewhere else. I think he's going to look at Michael Jordan going to the Wizards. I think he's going to look at this as a legacy game, a legacy decision. You know what I mean? A legacy decision, and who do I want to play with my last years? But, my gut is telling me 76ers, but, it's 50-50 between those two teams. There's no other team in the race. I'm just telling you that right now. No other team is in a race. I think the Warriors would have been the team 100%, but they can't get what he wanted. They can't get AD, and because of that, they're off the table.